Morning everybody. Didn't get a chance to do a video yesterday because it was just a bit too busy. So it's Tuesday morning and I'm heading from Scarborough across the lovely North Yorkshire moors to Whitby. So I'll see what we can show you on the way. It's in another Mercedes Mega Space or Giga Space, whatever they call them today. So there's not a lot to show you in the cab really. If you need to see that, if you look in the top, I'll put a link to a cab tour of the Mercedes. So let's get underway and see what we see across this lovely North Yorkshire moors. Should be a nice trip. Sun's out, sky's blue. Nice autumn colours. Let's go. Ooh, bit of spin there. Been fairly cold overnight. Sun will soon warm it, but it's in a bit of shade there, so it's just a little bit slippy. This is only a 430 brake Merc, but in fairness, it pulls fairly well. It's not a mega heavy load I've got on this morning. It was yesterday. I had a heavy load out of Ellesmere Port yesterday, but it handled that all right. I got diverted down that road once. Me and a couple of mates were following the Tour of Yorkshire cycle race, and we pulled out from our parking spot. Nobody stopped us and we joined a queue of traffic. There were about 3 or 4 cars, and when we got to that junction there, the police realised that they'd let us out too early and we'd actually joined the back of the peloton, the race itself. So they diverted us down that road to get us off the course, if you like. But there was 2 cyclists in front of us following a double-decker bus on the race. Looks like it might be a slightly slower trip than I anticipated across the moors here, with not many places to pass, I don't think, and 2 of these tractors, so that doesn't make for good reading. But I guess we'll have to see what we can do. He appears to be moving over to let me go. Good man. Bit of a brow here, so I better hang on to this one. Cars behind seem to be getting past okay as well. Probably could have done it actually, but it's best to be safe than sorry. If something fast comes over that brow, it's curtains. Anyway, they said to me it's not that much of a rush this morning, and there's no booking time on the paperwork I've got. I'm not so far away anyway, 20 minutes maybe. Even had time to wash the unit this morning, it was filthy. Past these now on that drag. It's too much of a drag uphill. Oh, he turned off. Probably could have done him going downhill. Anyway, never mind. Whitby over there and the Abbey, just see in the distance. Another tractor in front, you can see in the not so distance. Anyway, no rush now. Less than 3 miles to the delivery point, according to the postcode. Beautiful over there. No point in chasing this fella. Like I say, I've only got 2.5 miles now to go to the delivery point. So there's no point risking everything to get past this guy for a couple of miles. Well, that was a good do. Tipped the first one in Scarborough, no problems there, and they had a couple of pallets ready for this afternoon's collection for the pallet network stuff, so I picked them up and rang in, and they said, oh yeah, there's another place 100 yards away that's got another couple of pallets to ease this afternoon's pallet network collection. Went round there, got 4 pallets were ready, 2 of them were going to be ready in half an hour, so he said to hang on. The guy came out with a packet of biscuits and a big piece of ginger cake. Well, not a piece, a whole ginger cake. So that's that. Loaded, locked up, and heading back to base to tip these pallets off and find out what's next. Back across the North Yorkshire moors, though it's come a bit colder and started drizzling. Anyway, I'm sure we'll be okay. Nice and steady. Got old trains there, look. I think that used to be a restaurant. I know it's cycle hire, but I think they had a restaurant or a cafe there. That'll be scuppered now with the COVID malarkey. It's affected so many businesses and people. Lots of restaurants, pubs, cafes, caravan sites, campsites out this way, you know, that so you can see them advertised there. Look, Northcliffe, Middlewood Farm, Rig Farm, York House. They'll all rely on, and the pubs there, look, they'll all rely on people being able to travel and summer business and stop away from home and all that. But let's hope it clears up for them this summer, because I'm sure they'll have suffered last summer. Bit of a quiet day, really. Got those pallets that I collected up in Whitby taken off in Scarborough and then reloaded. Dropped that trailer at the firm's other depot in York, on the outskirts of York rather. Picked this trailer up for Warrington. It's booked in tomorrow morning. I cannot believe how clear the M62 is. Normally, especially this time of night, I would have expected it to be building up and backing up here, just going over the East Lancs Road. But it's been really free moving all the way across. As you can see, there's a lot less traffic on the road. Hopefully it's because everybody's heeding the government's advice about coronavirus and essential travel only. But it certainly played into my hands. So the plan is to go to my drop point in Warrington. I'm being told you can park outside anyway. So, sorry, somebody just cutting me up on the inside there. Yeah, I'm being told you can park outside the drop point anyway, but they might take it early. I'm hoping so, because I've got a 10:30 AM tomorrow morning booking. Otherwise it's a bit of a lie-in. But what I'm going to do is go across tonight and plead a bit daft and just see how busy they are, and maybe, just maybe, they'll take it tonight. You never know, but it's worth a shot because I'm parking up there anyway. But yeah, this traffic is very, very good. Much quieter than normal. Well, it slightly paid off. Security checked with goods in and they said they'll take it. So they backed me straight on a bay, and I've rung the traffic planner and told him that I'm going to be empty tonight, so I've got a bit of a head start in the morning. He's asked me to ring him at 7:30, and he's going to juggle some stuff about and hopefully get me a load pretty sharpish. no sooner did I put the camera down than the guy next to me pulled off a bay, tipped, and I can feel a couple of bumps on the back of me, and the right light's turned red and it looks like the tip of me. Of course that doesn't mean a great deal because you've then got the paperwork to wait for. So anyway, at least get on with it. All good. Tipped, paperwork, job done. Parked just 5 minutes away from the drop point. I think it was only 6:10 maybe when I got there, and 7:30 when I pulled out. So that's 10:30 AM booking tomorrow morning taken care of. Bite to eat and then bed. See what tomorrow brings. Morning everybody! Got me instructions from the chaps in the office, loading out of Bootle this morning, a full load of crisps just to go back to the depot in Bradford. Done all me daily walk round checks, everything okay, diesel still in the tank, curtain intact, yeah, all good so far. So I just joined the M6, heading up to the M62, and then we're going round Liverpool on the M57 to Bootle. Pick up a full load for Bradford. Got to the collection point in Liverpool anyway. Really tight, tight to get in. No space to park when you get here. It's just a bit crazy at the minute. Been here just over an hour now, and I've only just got in the yard. I think they've had about 3 or 4 wagons in. Another one of ours has turned up. He's loading for the same place as me, but I think he's taken his trailer across to the other depot over in York, but I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. So, well, he did say taking it back to Bradford. Oh, excuse me, but I'll give him a ring and find out exactly what he wants to do. Finally loaded, 3 hours that took, in at 8:30 and out at 11:30. Anyway, 40 pallets of crisps for Bradford. So just heading back in this torrential downpour on the M57 at the minute, picking up the M62. Hopefully that'll be running clear again, as it has done for the last few times. Nice of him. Cheers, bud. Right, we've dropped that trailer at the York depot, and I was blooming starving, so just grabbed a bit of grub. And I just wanted to show you, this is the cake I was on about the other day. A whole slab of cake from Bothams of Whitby, stem ginger brack, whatever that is. But I'm going to have a piece of that with my dinner. Oh, it sounds gorgeous. Stem ginger, golden sultanas and orange zest. Wow. Have it. Then I got to ring in and find out what the score is from here. Morning everybody, just thought I'd have a quick catch up. We're stuck on the M62 at the moment because of the snow. It's not mega bad, but I think there's a lane closure as well up at Ainley's in front of us. But I've been here just short of half an hour now and nothing's moved. And the snow's still coming down. My colleague says it's even worse in Bradford where I'm headed. So we'll have to see how the day goes. But it started really good. Parked up in Iceland last night on a nice quiet industrial estate, stopped there. 20-25 minutes into the first drop this morning, 20 minutes to tip and straight back out to join this lot. So yeah, let's see how the day goes. So we're just on the outskirts of Bradford, and it's this is the bottom of the M606. Pretty dodgy now. Some of it turned to slush up on the M62, but even that was icing up, so it was fairly slippy. I'd have thought they'd have had gritters and snow ploughs out by now, but I haven't seen any. Anyway, nice and steady. Not far to go back to the yard. See what we're doing then. Morning everybody, here we go again. Didn't do a video yesterday afternoon, evening, because there wasn't much to report after the snow and all the chaos, but I've tipped this morning up in Birtley, up in the northeast, and I'm just heading down to Stockton for a reload. I just thought I'd show you you can see all the, if you can for the sun, all the chemical works, the towers, and it's obviously a big chemical area. But all the towers and everything, and the steam, smoke coming out of them, blowing across towards the sea. Anyway, as I say, heading down here now, just stopping in about a mile or so for fuel, and then down to Stockton to pick up a load for Doncaster. Well, there's 400 quid worth of fuel in the tank. That should last me at least today. I'm going to run that lot out. And just in the roadworks now on the A19. There was a police escort in a tipper lorry up the other side, slowing the vehicles down, and then I don't know if he got a bit of trouble or something. Wow, pile driver piling steel sheets in. And half a dozen police motorcycle riders going up the other side as well. So I don't know if they were on their way to something or just on their way out for the day. Anyway, we're just short of 3 miles short of our collection point in Stockton. Roadworks go on for another 2, so nice and steady through these, and then into the collection point. I've been there before, but only delivering for a customer that we do some work for. So I don't know if the collection point's a different place or whatever. And it's going down to Doncaster, which is normally for this supermarket. I know I've done some before for Tesco's, and it goes to XPO in Doncaster where they wash them out. It's normally a load of trays or baskets, and as I say, they wash them out and clean them and get them ready for the next loading of whatever goods they load in them. Anyway, we'll see how we go on, see if that's what it is, and hopefully we'll be loaded sharpish and then down to Doncaster and tip for this afternoon. Loaded eventually in Stockton. Bit of a problem with, well, nobody seemed to know exactly what it was, but it turns out it's a load of empty blue pallets for a meat company down in Doncaster. Anyway, loaded eventually and on my way now. Bit of a problem with the ratchet handles on the curtains. The internal mechanism was frozen up on them this morning, so eventually got 3 of them sorted. One of them's still not engaging properly, so I've had to do a bit of a bodge job on that, but no problem. Curtains still okay, both sides, all good, all good. As I say, freezing temperatures, but not as snowy as it is down here in Yorkshire. I've just passed about Knaresborough, Harrogate area, and as you can see, it's white, proper white out still. Bits of slush on the side of the road. Luckily nothing's fallen today. Sun's blazing, it's burning its way through, so I bet it'll do a real good job of melting a lot of stuff. Just had to slow down a bit there for the fog that's descended on the M62. Just joined it off the A1 coming south, and it's actually, it was half, visibility was half this distance, so it's the sun must be burning it off a bit. But back into the fog again. Just going to join the M62 from the M180 now. I got to the delivery point in Doncaster, and they said they'd already had today's delivery of pallets and didn't want any more, so I was told to go away. Rang the office and they said leave it with them, they'd sort it, and in fairness, I got a break in I was waiting, and had a bit of lunch, and then they rang back and said somebody in the office was somebody in the depot was sorting it. So I went back in and tipped in probably 20-30 minutes. So why they couldn't do that in the first place, I don't know, but anyway, but the yard chap wasn't happy at all. I was given no paperwork from the collection point to give to the delivery point to get signed, so I made something up myself, and when I asked him to sign it, he's obviously upset because he's been made to take the delivery in the first place that he didn't want to take, obviously. But he got even more upset then and rang his boss and was shouting and bawling at him in foreign language, and eventually he signed my paperwork and let me go nice as pie anyway. So it probably spoiled his day for no reason at all. All he had to do was sign me up, and I'd have been out of his hair. But there you go, that's just some people for you. So rang the office, tipped, empty, job done. He said, right, that'll do, get yourself back to Bradford. So I'm just heading back to Bradford now. This fog's getting worse and worse and worse. Find out where they want the trailer dropping, whether it goes in a park or on a bay, and park the fuel up, decamp all my stuff, which will take a while because I've got all my week's gear with me, and then home for the weekend. Unfortunately, they don't need anybody next week, but it's been a good week. So thanks TEF. Well done, fellas. See you again.